Hey indie game fans! You guys know my love of base building games since I just really like building massive towns and cities and simply watch it prosper and grow. So I wanted to take a look at 10 upcoming base building indie games for 2019 and beyond. We do have a very special guest today, and if you, like me, grew up with games like Referral, Emperor, Rise of the Middle Kingdom, and Age of Empires, our guest is my go-to guy for all things city building and strategy, where I particularly enjoyed his recent They Are Billions Let's Play series. Cool, chill guy as well, without all your annoying, extreme gamer hype. So a channel that I know you guys will enjoy, introducing GamerZakh.
Hey indie game fans, my name is GamerZakh and I focus on nostalgic PC gaming. So if you like moving forward while looking back, that's what we're all about on the GamerZakh channel. So it would be amazing of you if you could just drop by and check us out. It's been great working with ClemmyGames so far, so I think we'll get along too.
Special shout out as always goes to Foundation, currently in early access on Steam, for the very interesting griddless building system. But without further ado, let's dive into the list.
Starmancer is a pixel art with some 3D colony management game. Take on the role of a powerful AI as you build bustling spaceports, secret laboratories, and more. You'll also have to deal with starvation, sabotage, and cannibals. But besides crops, you'll also be able to grow more humans. Missions, modding, and consequences are also a thing. We do have a lot of competition for games like this right now, but this one seems to be standing out quite a bit. If you're intrigued, have a closer look at Starmancer and see if you'll grow to like it.
Rise to Ruins self-describes as a brutal, god-like village sim that has elements of god games, management, city builder, and tower defense. This is very Dwarf Fortress and They Are Billions in nature, with building up your village and trying to stay alive as long as possible, which in most of your early runs will ultimately result in defeat. If you are perhaps underwhelmed by the city management aspect of Soul Seraph, Rise to Ruins is indeed inspired by ActRaiser as well, so get your fix here. The best part is that this is currently available in early access if you want to take the plunge, and while it has been in this state for coming to 5 years now, frequent free updates shows that this is a work in progress, but in its current state, it already is pretty good.
The First Men is a game that's kind of hard to pin down in terms of what it is. You build a base but also grow your population using a kind of genetic system through selective breeding. Plus you explore the world, engage in tactical combat, and complete quests. Not to mention the 5 separate tech trees. Visually, it's a little cartoony, which you probably have an opinion on, but there are many things that look really pretty too. Gameplay right now is rough. It's in a pre-alpha state, so nothing is really confirmed. Over the next year or so, the First Men should be able to settle into something with a bit more foundation, and you can check it out again to see if it's what you're looking for.
Night is Coming is a survival base builder where you have to survive within the unforgiving cold of the Carpathian mountain range, which actually exists in the real world and runs through Central and Eastern Europe. It reminds me a little of Dawn of Man, only with a more medieval European feel, but this in fact has elements of Slavic mythology as well, since you are defending yourself against something collectively known as the Darkness, which comprises of dangerous monsters. On top of the survival base building systems, there is a hero character and combat as well, so an interesting mix of ideas, although I certainly hope that the base building element will take center stage.
Lords and Peasants is what looks to be a medieval town/stronghold-like building game. It calls itself a mix of a real-time strategy and city builder. The plan is to have a large dynamic world, individually simulated peasants, diplomacy and conquest, up to 16-player multiplayer, and modding. The whole idea sounds great, and from what we've seen it looks to have a lot of potential. Development updates are a bit sparse though, with most of the progress shown off on Twitter. It probably has a long way to go, but if Lords and Peasants can be completed, it could be something worth checking out.
If you're not a fan of the stressful, survival-type base-building games like They Are Billions, Before We Leave might be of interest to you, since it comes out to say that this is a non-violent base builder set in your own cozy corner of the universe, but watch out for space whales. There are disasters and hazards, so there is an antagonistic force, but the low poly art style certainly helps with the chill vibes, and the use of a hex grid is a nice change of pace.
Meeple Station is about building a space station, trading goods, researching tech, exploring galaxies, and completing missions, while you try to keep your meeple alive. A space station colony simulator inspired by RimWorld, here you can play co-op with friends and you can expand your base and survive against pirates and meteors. Visually, it's on the more basic side, and some of you might appreciate the clean look, while others might get the sense that it's just a bit basic. Having been in early access on Steam through 2019, it's gotten mostly positive reviews, though many recently have been mixed reactions due to bugs and just a lack of content. Time will tell if Meeple Station will be able to flesh out into something a bit more proper.
Flotsam has been covered many times on the channel, but I'm happy to say that it got a brand spanking new trailer and an early access release date of 26 September. The floating garbage town survival game has been one of my most anticipated games of the year, so I'm very happy that we can all play it soon. Taking place in a post-apocalyptic ocean world, scavenge scrap, driftwood and garbage to build your town while fishing for seafood to feed your people. Such a clever and unique idea and setting, and the art style is just mwah, perfect.
That's the Earth, burning down and taking humanity with her. So we asked for a spaceship. They gave us tools and said, build your own.
Space Haven is another game inspired by RimWorld, and here you'll design and build your spaceship, take on missions, and make sure your crew survives. There's also gas simulation, a promise of deep characterization of your people, and ship-to-ship combat. Visually, it's nice to look at if you enjoy isometric pixel art. A Kickstarter was run in 2019 and they raised $260,000, 6.5 times their initial goal. Overall, it seems to be shaping up nicely, and we should be able to expect a solid experience from Space Haven in 2020, as long as nothing goes wrong.
None of us can do this alone. It's dark out there. We will make it work. We'll shine a light on it all. And maybe, just maybe, we'll find a new home for humanity.
Dream Engine's Nomad Cities is a stunningly beautiful survival base builder where your entire city can fly. Moving the entire city around seems like a gargantuan task, where you have to find resources, fend off nightmarish creatures, and explore this strange and quirky world. For the companion video to this one with 10 more upcoming base building games, check out the video on GamerZakh's channel, which I'm in as well, so once again a huge thank you to him. For more upcoming indie games, check out the previous video or click on the recommended playlist, and I will see you after the jump.